billionaire. Some people have called and said that billionaires don't call. So this is me. This is me calling now as another billionaire to tell them that billionaires talk on the pages of newspaper and in our
Beautiful.
private conference rooms.
Look, I'm so glad that you called him billionaire. Billionaire, you frightened.
Billionaires are not frightened. We have our private jets, and we can pay ransoms offshore and onshore. And we have government security officials to guide us and protect our families. And most of our kids are not in the country anyway.
So, are you saying that given the state of the nation, you're not necessarily concerned as to the degeneration and the fact that this can get out of hand?
No, we are opinion molders and shapers also in the society. So we can't come out and criticize government. They will have to charge us enough tax. So what we'll have to do is just say our own in private and then communicate with these people over the telephone. But the truth be told, billionaires don't just come out and play to the gallery and call the radio station. Like my other fellow billionaire just made a call, and his own billionaire could probably be from Ajegule. Just apologies anyway. So I think we should just allow it rest that way. We billionaires also are concerned about the state of insecurity, and we've also been putting on our guys and contacts in government. We have people in government,
Do you?
So yeah, of course.
Oh.
There's no billionaire that doesn't have contacts. You can slip in a note or a phone call to one or two people in government, and we also get first-hand information on how these things go about. So there's no big deal about it. We're also concerned, and this is a billionaire calling into the radio program now, because Nigeria, to be honest with you, we can call in and say so many conspiracy theories. So let me just.
This is not a conspiracy theory in the most remote sense.
No, what I mean is the guy that says billionaires are not putting in a word.
Oh, okay.
So that was what prompted my calling.
Oh.
The next thing they will say Buhari is not calling. Buhari will call one day and call Joyce's show also. Thank you very much, Joyce.
Indeed. Thank you very much for calling. 99.3 Nigeria Info. To be honest with you, that could be an actual billionaire for all we know. I should have taken the moment, but then I think that moment was one of levity, and I hope I didn't quite miss a moment to lacerate someone. But yeah, I took it with so much levity. And on that note, I'll continue the show. 99.3 Nigeria Info. If Nigeria were a ship, can it stay afloat? And for how long? Hello, how are you?
Good afternoon, Sister Joy.
We're glad to have you.
Sister, you asked a question, say, what can we do for our lawmakers and what is the solution?
No, wait, bring it back. I didn't say what can we do for them. They can do it for themselves. I don't know that I can help them in any way.
Okay, I have the solution.
Okay.
They say anybody that pays ransom will go to jail by 15 years.
Well, yeah, that's the content of the bill.
You see this one that happened in Abeokuta. If this recent kidnap that happened for these students, let them do something. Let them start from that place first.
So
secondly,
what do you want them to, please, what do you want them to do now?
Mommy, let them bring the security to go and look for those people.
Let me ask you, which is the bigger crime? The person who's paying the ransom or the one who's receiving it because he kidnapped someone? What's the crime?
Sister Joyce, let me tell you the truth with my blood. If they kidnap my daughter or my son today, I will even pay the kidnappers 100 million. I cannot afford to lose them.
But you don't have 100 million sitting in the bank somewhere.
And you say you don't want. You say I don't have 100 million. Do you know my account? Do you know what I have in the bank?
Well, that was actually a question, so it can be a yes or a no. I'm not trying to undermine you. I'm not saying.
Okay, now, Auntie, if our lawmakers cannot say my own opinion that I told you now, number one, let us remove the security apparatus. Let them become just ordinary civilians. If they cannot start for this recent kidnap of these students, if they cannot do anything, so if they cannot do it, let us remove the security apparatus and the watch. Are you with me?
I like the watch part.
So but if they kidnap my daughter or my wife, I can, if instead I can pay 1 billion, I can pay 1 billion. Let them come and arrest me.
I understand.
Let them come no, I will wait. Sister Joy, I will wait. Let them come. Let them come, Sister Joy.
Peace. 99.3 Nigeria Info. We have Armin in transit. Hello, Armin. Good afternoon to you.
Hi, good afternoon.
We're glad to have you here.
Thank you very much. So, if a bill like this is allowed to fly, then we would certainly have things like the government cannot provide electricity for you. You will be arrested for having a generator.
Oh, I see what you've done there.
Because, yes, they've obviously failed in securing us, and we are trying to provide security for ourselves. And we are going to pay for their lapses and also be punished for that.
Or suffer honorably, which doesn't quite make sense if you ask me, because I can't imagine that you have your daughter kidnapped or your wife kidnapped, and then, like one of the callers said, you just go into your bed and sleep sound like a baby.
Knowing full well that the government isn't going to do anything to rescue them. It breaks my heart that a full-grown man is detached from reality, and he will stand before the House and the face of the nation and produce a bill as thick as this.
Let me for a moment take you to their position. Let's see what you're able to extract from it. The possibility that there can be some sensibility in that regard. So they're saying that if you don't pay the ransom, well, it's not going to become attractive to intending kidnappers. What do you?
That doesn't make sense, because it's like putting the cart before the horse, and you're wondering why you're running, coming behind. You don't have typhoid and you're treating headache. It doesn't make sense. You have to look at the root cause of kidnapping. Make it look unattractive from the point of securing the people, beefing up security, and the consequences of kidnapping is something like the capital punishment. That works, not putting the blame on us for trying to secure ourselves. I don't know how that makes sense to anybody, but
I haven't succeeded in extracting much sensibility myself. I want to say thank you very much for calling the show.
You're welcome to have a wonderful day.
You too. Hello, we're 99.3. This is Nigeria Info. How are you?
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Turn off your radio. Tell us your name. We'd like to hear from you. Hello? All right. Hello, 99.3 Nigeria Info. How are you?
I thought I got you right there, Joyce. Good afternoon. This is Chris from Onyemuwa.
What was your previous statement?
Okay, I said I thought I got you there. You in believing that the billionaire called you. I was the one that called earlier on.
Oh, that's okay. All right.
Let me be honest with you. The first time I listened to your radio show, or the first time I got interested in your show was, I woke up one morning at 3 a.m. I usually listen to Daddy Free. When I woke up, I was having a repeat broadcast of relaying a repeat broadcast of your program. And you know what the topic was on that day?
No.
Good Lord, parody accounts. And I listened to the comments from people not understanding what parody accounts is. And then I said I was going to start listening to your radio program.
Oh, well, good morning.
I had to do the billionaire stuff today. So also tell people that billionaires are also normal human beings like us.
Are you, well, are they?
Yes, they are. I think they are.
Okay.
They are not lost on the society anyway. They are not lost. They read the papers, they listen to news.
Okay.
They are not lost on the society, and they have much more stake. They have investments here.
Yeah.
You know how many of Dangote trucks that have accidents on the road? Dangote truck was recently impounded for carrying 60 bags of rice across the border.
Okay.
And so he gets to hear that. He gets to hear that.
So as far as this conversation goes, well, it would appear that the government, the Senate would have us believe that if you don't pay ransom, then the business stops looking attractive. And the only reason the business is attractive is because when they come for your family, well, you pay. So don't pay.
Well, I think
and for the honor of nation, you have to let your loved one go if that's the price.
Senator Eze and his colleagues at the Senate are just grandstanding. And I think they just want to be in the news. Because for me, I think Nigeria should personally boycott the National Assembly in terms of giving any reportage on them. They are just a mere rubber stamp. We should boycott. I've not seen just one single thing. Budget came up with the fact that 39 contracts were infused in 2021 budget. And the budget didn't do anything. What was they doing with the screening? This PIB bill, this constitutional change, there is nothing that the Senate, as is presently constituted, can do for Nigerians. So the best part is for us to pretend as if they are not there in the equation. And since I say, wait, is there any state legislature that is functioning?
Well, it depends on where you're looking from.
Edo State has only 6 legislators working for them. Is there a legislator? Will you be listening to them? Will you pay attention to them? So that is just the society we find ourselves, and everybody's looking up to Buhari. So let's concentrate on looking up to Buhari.
No, but then Buhari can't quite fix the problem, and kidnapping is exploding.
The kidnapping is exploding.
For me, I think the Senate, like I said, is just grandstanding. We have a law in Nigeria that prohibits, is it gay? Yes, the same-sex marriage law. Have you anybody been apprehended about that?
They haven't caught anyone. They haven't caught anyone.
They haven't caught anyone. So if the people are just making a fuse about it and getting their head cut off because of what the Senate said, good luck to them. But I don't think, like I told you the last time I called, I wasn't going to waste my time and energy to go and do name. I know the name will still be until December 2022. And when I walked into the local government office to do my name, I didn't pay a dime. But when they grandstand, we come to the radio station and make noise and do all these things, and then they are better than
But you see, those who are feeling the brunt of this are the Nigerians, the common man. So what should they do? I mean, first, what should the government do? And it would appear that you might need to remind us what the government should do.
Yeah, of course, we all know, or we seem to know what government responsibility are or should be. But if they don't know it, what do we do? Are we going to force them to know it? So better pretend as if government don't exist in your life. Because let me give you an instance. If you lose your phone, are you going to go to the police station to tell them you lost your phone? Or there's going to be an armed robbery in your area, you call the police? They're not going to answer you. So what do? You pick up yourself and go. The people that are paying ransom have been paying it for so many years.
But the police respond. I think, of course, I don't deny that there are cases where they haven't responded, but they respond. We have those cases where they respond.
Joyce, I've been in media for 25 years.
Oh, we're going to do that.
Let me give you an instance. Yesterday, there was an attack at Oka. I called my brother, he's in Oka, and he gave me an account of it. This morning, I heard on radio a different account from the police, the repel attack. Nigerian government, police have been repelling attacks. They've not arrested one person. They've not shot one person. How do you repel? How do you apprehend armed robbers? America will do anything to catch an armed robber alive.
This is so
because it will give them more details.
Yeah.
They have not. They repel. They've not caught one person. They've not shot one person. Whenever they shoot that person, the person, they will kill the person. So how do you extract information, modus operandi, and all that? So forget about our government. Forget about the society.
It's a little hard to accept that reality, you know.
But that's the reality. That's the reality. That's just the reality.
Oh, okay.
So whenever you hear there's an attack somewhere, the police has done this, police has done that, all those things are grandstanding. They're just putting up a face. They do nothing. They do nada.
Well, is it... Okay, so I understand you're trying to say that they do nothing, but some do something. I mean, we have a society that appears to be functioning. I mean, at least before this whole kidnapping thing, it looked like it was holding together.
They were holding together. Please tell me who they were holding for together. When Evans' case got to a head, and that was why they had to arrest him. Wadume, have you heard from him again?
All right. So
the military actually aided Wadume, and they killed six police officers in a bid to free Wadume. And then you think that tomorrow if the police will come and issue statements, you believe them? Wow. Thank you very much.
Well, you have no faith, which is probably a problem in itself. But then I do appreciate, I think Prince is going to be the last person. Hello. Turn off your radio.
Yeah. Hello, Joyce.
Turn off your radio.
Okay.
Have you done that?
Hold on.
Where are you? Where's your radio?
Yeah. I've turned it off now.
Thank you.
Yeah. Joyce, I want to just say this. In as much as we don't want the bill, but it is important that we callers will be very careful what we're saying. Because do you know that kidnappers are also listening to this radio program?
I hope to the stars they're not.
They are.
Could you turn off your radio?
I've done that.
Oh, okay. I'm getting feedback.
I've turned off my radio.
Okay.
So as I was saying, the bad boys, the bad people, they are listening to.
No, they're not. Allow me to believe.
They have radio. They tune radio. They have. They know what they know. So what I'm saying, when somebody will call in and say if they kidnap, though we love our children, yes. But we shouldn't be calling if they kidnap my kid and ask me to pay 100 million, 30 million, I will pay. It will make them not all. So which means this business is lucrative. People are willing to pay.
Yeah.
Yeah. And again, what the government is doing, to me, is evil. What they should have done first is to look for a way to put a law, a very serious, a law that will punish, even though it is death sentence for kidnappers. That's what they should do first. Any kidnapper that is caught kidnapping will go for it, will be executed. That's the first thing. Not telling people that they kidnap their work not to pay money. And again, why can't government set up a special force?
Another one?
Go after kidnappers. Special, just as they have SARS and all those things. But what they will do is to go after, fish out those kidnappers. If it means paying them good money, you do that. I think
do you think the intent of this bill might help in any way to deal with the problem? Anyway.
The one I just said now.
Well, no. Do you think passing this bill might help? Like, say, it stops if you don't pay ransom per adventure your ward gets kidnapped. If you don't pay ransom, then the industry stops looking attractive. Do you think that this bill might serve if it passes?
In a way, it will not serve. I'll give you a reason. In a way, it will not. Do you know that these kidnappers, what they are doing now, if you don't pay, if you don't want to pay the ransom, a lot of them are selling human parts. They have their clients. I remember the one that just happened recently in Port Harcourt, in River State. So if you don't pay, they have their clients already. They're calling them that I need a kidney, I need a human eyes, I need a private part.
This is insane.
Then what they do now, they kill the person and sell that, get the money. You see? So this thing is not, in a way, it's a disadvantage to the parents or the people that they kidnap their world. It's a disadvantage. They should look at it this way. And, again, we have so much problem in this country. We don't know who to trust. Some of all these are political leaders. They are also in one way or the other, they are involved in patronizing the spiritualists. Election is coming up very soon. You hear a lot of things. So this, in fact, I don't know.
Thank you.
I don't know. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for calling. I really feel like making a conversation out of the fact that there are some people in government who are diabolical. I would love to hear. I wish I could get like a first-hand insight. I'd like to extract conversation from that. Just talk about why and if it even works, and maybe their religious background, and see how their philosophies, position, their ambition, and the very act of being diabolical. I want to see how they merge all of that together to find their way, into government and see where it takes them from there. I'm just curious. We're off on a break. 99.3 Nigeria Info. When we come back, well, the news has it that there's just enough information to believe terror elements intend to expand their frontiers. And if nothing concerns you, that should. So I want to find out what you think about it. It's a little hard to even ask for your position, given the fact that it's actually hard to have a position on something like that. But then this is a Nigerian reality, and we're Nigeria Info, and we talk about the Nigerian situation. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. My name is Joyce. You're on the sunny side.
The Sunny Side with Joyce.
What makes radio the place to be? Well, that's because we start from here.
This is a compound, not 1, 2, or 3, that somebody will come and say, I'm the only one coming in another 1 or 2 months. You will see that place is like a market. Yes, from 1 person to 2 to 3 to 4, you don't even know those who are living in that kind of compound. You cannot say, where do you work? Don't worry, I'll tell you.
Over here.
I married my wife when she was very young, and now we have 4 children, and 2 has finished university. They now hate me so much that I've been cheating on her. I'm not happy with the marriage again. I don't still love her, but the way she treats me is the way I don't like it, because she insults me. She brings me to nothing, even in the front of my children.
And time brings us here.
People don't want to see what this government has done, and it's left for them. They want to be picking money on the street. They want government to be dashing money. Government is not Father Christmas. Government will only create the nebulous.
No, but I don't think that's what the people want, to be honest.
What do they want?
They don't want the government dashing them money. They want something that looks like a fair standard of living. Fair, like just good enough to be called a way to live.
My work's done. The sun sets here. Mondays through Thursdays on your number 1 station for talk. 99.3 Nigeria Info.
Welcome, Nigerians, to Nigeria Info. My name is Topic. This is certainly not interesting. And this is pretty much put on a letter to alert commissioners. And I think you should hear it. I don't know that you have an actual reaction, but you won't believe that I'm just curious enough to find out. Now, here it is in the news. The Acting Inspector General of Police, Usman Baba, has put the Commissioners of Police in the Federal Capital Territory and Plateau State on the alert over imminent attacks by Boko Haram. The alert was contained in a May 19, 2021 circular addressed to the two Commissioners of Police and signed by the Principal Staff Officer to the IGP. Now, I want to read from the letter itself. I want you to hear verbatim, pretty much. It's a short read, so please indulge me. And, quote, intelligence report at the disposal of the Inspector General of Police has uncovered plans by Boko Haram terrorists to attack major cities in the country, particularly Jos, Plateau State, and the FCT Abuja. The proposed attacks would be coordinated by the duo of Mohammed Sani, a Boko Haram commander domiciled in Sambisa Forest, and his deputy, Suleiman, hibernating around Lawan Musa Zango in Yobe State. In light of the above, it is the directive of the Inspector General of Police that you review your security architecture across all critical government infrastructures and police facilities in your jurisdiction with a view to checkmating the dastardly plans of this Miranding terrorist. Accept the assurances of my warmest regards. End quote. All right. So I read it, and I wasn't sure what to think. I wasn't sure if I should even be thinking. I've heard Nigerians talk about a plan B, and then you really want to weigh that for what it's worth, and you realize, well, but this is a country. This is our country. And every day, at least I can tell you for sure in Nigeria Info, there's something about something happening around someone because of someone, or maybe events unraveling. And as they unravel, it doesn't quite appear that there is maybe what you can project to be the future in terms of, say, well, this is me making a plan 5 years from now, me and Nigeria in the equation, or 10 years from now, because the stability isn't quite what you want it to be. So we have what appears to be something stable, but not necessarily stable, because when you listen to the news, it's something happening, and all these things threaten stability. So, 0700 993 993 993. I want to get your reaction to this. I mean, I think you have a prayer, not necessarily in the religious sense, more like something that sounds like an appeal, but I don't even know if that would work. Nigeria. There come moments where, as a Nigerian, talking about Nigeria, you're really just out of words. You're totally out of words. You're not necessarily, it's you trying to hold a moment of silence, and then you say, okay, let me think about this, and then you realize exactly where you're going to apply thought, reason, or common sense. So we're going to hear you talk about this. I think you might be better than me in this instance, where you have something to say about it. And I think I'm also due for a break in about a minute from now. So when we come off that break, this is our conversation. And I know that you have a good enough faith in the force to defend the nation. But then it also begs the question, how did we even get here? Like, there was a country. I mean, there was the Nigeria growing up, and then there's the Nigeria when you turn 20 and 30 and 40 and 50 and 60. And how we got here? Off on a break. We'll be right back. 99.3 Nigeria Info. Yes, we're here. And this is what we're going to be talking about when we return.
This is The Sunny Side. My name is Joyce.
99.3 Nigeria Info. We are more than just radio. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at Nigeria Info FM. Check us out on Facebook at Nigeria Info 99.3. Follow us on Twitter at Nigeria Info FM and on Instagram at Nigeria Info FM Lagos for live updates as it happens. 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's